What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Mohawk Motors. My name is Jason. We are out at the junkyard again today. Super excited. They had a 2005 Silverado 1500 that came up in the online inventory on Friday. Today's Monday. But the fun thing about that is, and the reason I came, is it has an L33 engine in it. And if you're not familiar, L33 is the high output 5.3. It has an aluminum engine block and flat top pistons to bump the compression up a little bit. So hopefully it's still here and somebody hasn't beaten me to it to grab that engine. But I'm on my way up there, and already it was worth making the trip because look here. We've got a full floating 14 bolt rear and a 2500 HD with disc brakes on it. Check the glove box sticker. I'm a little concerned because of the biohazard stickers on the windows, but I want to see what gear ratio it has in it. I'm not sure if you can see, but it's got a GT5 ratio, G80. I have to double check, but if I remember correctly, GT5 means 410 gears, and G80 is the locking rear differential. So I'm definitely going to grab that on my way out this afternoon. But first, I need to go see if that engine is still here. That's my top priority, is that engine. All right, everybody, I think I see it here. It's the right color. Looks like the one in the pictures of the online inventory. Somebody already got the bumper off of it. Engine's still intact and it's got the better coils. That's a good sign. The RPO's in here. Oh yeah, there it is, L33. That's what we're looking for. It looks like it's still mostly here. Unfortunately, it also looks like the truck's pretty much sitting on the ground, so that's going to be a little bit of a pain. But that's it. Let's get this in here. Oh, all right. There we go. Oh, it's got compression on at least one hole. Oh yeah. Do a full rotation all the way around. And there she is. All right, we got a full rotation. This thing spins and has compression. It is coming home with me. Now the super happy fun part of getting everything out of this baby. Fortunately, we've done this a couple times, so it shouldn't be too bad. Woohoo! All right, got it out of there. Looks good. Exactly what I would expect for a junkyard engine. Very greasy, very dirty. It's got $7.99 heads on it. A little bit better heads than like the earlier generation stuff. Yeah, man, I'm pumped. This is a good score. I'm gonna knock the motor mounts off of it. I need to get the accelerator pedal and wire harness out from the truck from the inside. I'll get those clipped on too, so I'll have everything I need to power this thing up and run it. And then I'll probably go down and pull that rear and then see if they can come help me get this stuff to the front with the yard truck. Make my way back down here. See if that axle's still there. And more importantly, see if there's a hoist nearby. I gotta be honest with you, I had to go pretty far to wrestle that hoist over to the pickup to get the engine. I don't really want to wrestle another one halfway across the yard. That one's totally gone. This is fun. Here's another old OBS Chevy. What's under the hood on this one? Ah, good old TBI 350. Check this old girl out. Look at that back seat. Mint. And this one's got a full floating 14 bolt also. This will have drum brakes though. It's still just a absolutely bulletproof axle, but they're not as desirable. People want them with disc brakes. Disc brakes are easier to service. They self-clean better. I believe they're a bit lighter weight as well. Come on, little wagon. There's that rear. Let's get it tugged out of this thing. It won't take that long. Drive shaft bolts, shock bolts, and just cut the U-bolts. It won't be that bad. All right, team, got that rear end out. So I'm gonna go push the hoist down here, and then I'll go up front and get them to come around with the yard truck and pick this stuff up for me. Okay, got it. Rear end is out also. Not too bad pulling it, but man, getting the hoist down here. Shout out to you, Jason. Remember this guy? Only 3 wheels pivot. That guy, woo-wee. It's a lot of work by yourself. It was a lot of work with the 2 of us. But it's here, it's ready. All I gotta do now is drag the little red wagon with all the tools back to the top of the hill and then run down here and then run up to the engine to get it loaded into the yard truck, get out of here, get it loaded in my truck, pay, and go home. Oh, busy, busy, busy. I have the weirdest definition of fun. Check this out. A little Miata. I always forget how tiny they actually are. I mean, so small. And there's guys swapping LS engines into these things. Like, man, there's barely enough room for the little 4-cylinder. Imagining the power difference having an LS into this, and then something even wilder like a supercharged or a turbocharged LS. Man, that would be a blast to drive. It'd be expensive on tires though. All right, well, managed to get everything loaded up, and now I'm headed home. When I get home, we'll get unloaded, and I'll go over what I got, what it cost. I mean, I'm totally happy with the day. I think my total bill was like $500 couple dollars. So, I mean, even if you split it evenly, $250 for the engine, $250 for the rear end, I'm totally happy with that. let's get home, get this stuff unloaded, and see exactly what it is that we got. All right, well, we're home. Let's get these treasures unloaded out of here. All right, well, here it is, our L33 5.3. I want to do a general health check on this thing, and I'm going to check the oil, see how the oil looks. They should have drained it at LKQ, but that's not always the case. So I'm going to check the oil, see if it has any in it. If it doesn't, I'm going to top it off with some oil that I have here, and then I'm going to do a compression test on it and see what kind of compression it has. I could feel it when I was turning it over with a bar. So I know it has compression, and I know the engine spins all the way around without any obstruction. So I want to see what kind of compression this thing's making, and if there's anything that we need to be concerned about, or if we really did get ourselves a more or less ready to go engine. Okay, got through my compression test. Really good results. My highest cylinder pressures were 160 psi, and my lowest was 150. 10 pounds difference. I'm really not worried about that at all. That's a really good indicator that we probably have a healthy engine here. Now, the other things that were common issues with these were lifter tick. I won't have any way of diagnosing that until I start the engine. And broken exhaust manifold bolts, which it does have a couple exhaust manifold bolts that I need to fix, but those are easily taken care of. And then once I get it started up, I'll be able to put my mechanical oil pressure gauge on it and see what the oil pressure is. But that makes me very optimistic. I had a feeling when I could spin it over by hand and feel compression that there was going to be more than enough compression in this engine doing a compression test. All right, well, I've got this thing buttoned back up for storage mode until I'm ready to use it. I have an idea of what I want to do with this, so I'm going to keep track of it. I think it'll be a fun idea, but I'm going to wait until summertime to really do it. But here's what we got today. I picked up the dual electric fan assembly that came out of this same truck. That was $30.63, including the $4 core charge. They charged me for the little plastic air tube. That was $8. They charged me for the little plastic engine cover. That was $7.20. The engine, not including any of the accessories, was $225.66, and that includes a $40 core charge. So I guess if you had taken a core back to them, it only would have been $185. I did take it with all the accessories also, right? So they charged me separately for the throttle body. That's $28.98, including a $4 core. They charged me separately for the alternator. That's $21.50, including a $5 core. They charged me for the power steering pump. That comes out to $14. The AC compressor comes out to $28. And then I got that 14-bolt rear axle as well. That was $102, including a $20 core. No core, that was $82.66. Complete rear axle, drum to drum. I had enough points on my LKQ account, so I was eligible for a discount. I think it was a 15 or 20% discount. It saved me $103.13. So altogether, the grand total I paid them was $561.57. Now, that 14 bolt, like I said earlier, I don't need it. I have no use for it at this point in time, and I know they're plentiful, so I'll sell that one. I typically sell those 14-bolt rear axles for about $500. So that'll cover, I mean, all but, what, 60 bucks? I'll end up being $60 out of pocket for the engine, the electric fans, and I am 100% okay with that, especially considering I have everything I need to make this engine run right here on it. Super happy, had a great trip. It really is interesting what my definition of fun is. To be outside rolling in the mud on a rainy, cold day and come home and tell my wife that I had a good time. It really is, it makes you question what's going on in my head. But I appreciate all of you for watching. You all seem to really enjoy these junkyard videos and seeing what I find and seeing what's out there. And I'm happy to share it with you. So thanks again for watching. Thank you so much to everybody that has subscribed. If you're liking the videos, you know, I really appreciate it. And until the next video, take care.